Oh man! Wow!
Oh man!
And we're live.
Oh man, that is so
Incredible work. Gotta watch out for those coyotes.
Oh
God.
God, that's good stuff.
You guys missed it. I almost threw up. Oh,
Incredible, Clint. Just
the guys heard it too. I was like, they're like, don't do it.
oh yeah, no one wants to hear that sound.
Not even once.
It's a devil living in my throat. All right. Well, hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 1 of Yee Haw! This one's called Hold On to Your Hats. Now, where we last left off, our boys had just wandered into Yee Haw and hadn't gotten but nothing done except to form a posse. And then all of a sudden, blank blowy and a bunch of stuff happened. They got hit up with, hold on, let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bandits, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a marshal and his deputy, and all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
There was a dog, and there was a buffalo, and then all the bad things happened. Steam Steel murder ain't wrong. And then on top of it all, after the chat decided to just destroy the players, then the chat suddenly felt a kindness and decided to force my hand monetarily with an airstrike, which arrows reign supreme, blackening out the sun. And a lot of people died, except I really enjoyed the Humpin' brothers, Face Humpin' Paul and Ass Humpin' Pete. They got away, as did the Henderson Horn Dog, Buffalo Bill, a bunch of other stuff. It got crazy. So I'm gonna. So this posse is not on the screen. Is not the posse that is still around. So I'm gonna reduce this down to something resembling a somewhat fair fight.
It was meant to be the tutorial.
It was meant to be the tutorial, so we're gonna make it even Stevens here. Let's see. Oh shit, yeah. Face humping Paul got gonorrhea, and ass humping Pete got paralyzed from the waist down. I wrote that down.
His humping days are over.
Yeah.
His humping days. Well, no. He's just gonna need some assistance from a real good brother. So, where are we let? So here we go, everybody.
System.
Welcome to Yee Haw. We're going to actually kick off with the fight that was promised.
That's true. Steam Steel.
He
ain't wrong.
I've got my
we
backup.
We did a whole
characters, like a
campaign
stack.
based on that called Don't Sleep.
Yeah. So here we go now. Max Manley, after the arrows rain supreme out of the sky. Now, as you guys have gotten up from the landslide that almost took everybody out and slammed them up against that there corral, and that also happened after E.W. Barnum here figured out that he's feeling a little bit cholera. Okay. E.W., I need you, because of your cholera that you're feeling, to reduce your vitality by 2.
Oh shit.
Well, that's harsh. That's a straight to the stats hit. That's brutal.
All right. Well, he's got the cholera. At this point, as the combat kicks off, you guys see Ole W going, "Oh, is it hot?" And he's looking a little pale. All right. Now, Max Manley, you have the comm. Sleep.
Who's in front of me right now? Is the real Max Manley still there? Or did he perish in a epic way?
I don't even remember. So
Hey, Chuck.
yeah. You mean, can I sing that song? I don't know that I can I? It's a little wild and a little strange. Hey, dude. I'm sorry. I had to. All right.
Now look here. That dead horse over there was not stolen, and I am the real Max Manley.
As you declare that you are the real Max Manley, a posse of 5 crawls out from underneath the dead bodies of their friends. And then you got over here, old red, old blue, green-eyed greeny, orangey orange, and purpley purple. Because I don't got no better names right now.
Everybody knows it's grapey purple.
Grapey purple. So these gentlemen come out and they're like, we're here to avenge Max. Clicky click. Oh shit. Hey, Resin Hana. Hey, just subscribed, y'all. Did we give him anything or do we just make fun of him? Oh no. Hey, DM Chuck, what would you like to happen? A loot or a calamity?
Oh, Jesus.
I know what Chuck's picking.
Oh, the chat is picking who their critter
Calamity.
is.
Okay.
I like the thought of this one.
Now, Charles, to whom is this calamity directed? Is it targeting a specific player? Because it's sort of written, so you just need to aim your calamity, just aim the barrel of your calamity right down, clean sights at somebody. Then we'll see what happens now. Dustin of course, on his Lockhander character. Well, of course.
Actually,
right.
Jake did that, but we just count.
Roll up their calamity, Ogle.
What do I do on for that? Oh, that's a button on the
Lafayette. You hit that calamity, or I can hit it for you.
Lafayette is going to roll himself a calamity.
That's right, Lafayette. I forgot entirely.
Hit the button. Did it not do it?
I don't know. I didn't see none. Here, I'll hit the button.
Here
we go.
All right, there you go.
Oh! Y'all got a stampede! Oh, shit! All right. All of a sudden, you guys hear... All right. Everybody's going to have to make a negative... Let's see, stampedes are... You guys have to make a negative 30 a quick draw to get the hell out the way.
This is an arduous quick draw?
An arduous quick draw to get the hell out the way.
That's not happening. Nope, that's a crit fail.
That's a crit fail?
Yeah.
What's the minus 30 mean?
That means you take your quick draw score of whatever it is.
It's 99.
You subtract 30 from it, and that's what your new target is. You have to roll underneath with a percentile die.
Gotta roll under an 80. Okay.
You got an 80.
What? 99 minus 30 is
Yeah,
80.
110. Yeah.
Right.
He's got clean math over there.
Flint rolls for his character creation, of course. D1000, roll low.
We all rolled D1000 times 4, right?
That was almost.
So that's a fail.
We're doing good, guys.
That's also
We're not going to get our first action.
Okay, hold on. I've got a 22 that I have to roll under here.
Yep.
And I got a 64.
All right.
So I'm good.
No.
No.
I'm
gotta
good. I
roll
gotta
under.
roll over.
You got to roll under.
That's what I said. I gotta roll over.
All right.
Roll over and die.
All y'all just got trampled by a stampede of cattle. So y'all have no stamina, and y'all have been reduced to half your hit points.
Oh,
whoa.
And y'all are going to take a minor injury. So,
yeah, damn.
Good Lord, for a buck? God.
Thanks, Chuck.
Well spent, Chuck. Well spent. I like
well
that.
played.
Yeah, good God.
Just
You
so
have
you
gotten
know,
the most bang for your dollar yet.
I brought a spare
Whoa.
hat just in case this character didn't make it through the night.
I had to roll under a 26 to pass that.
I had to
It's
roll
gonna be
under
two
a
game
7.
sessions where I don't get out of the first action.
hey, stampedes. Guys, it's a stampede. It's no joke. It's a stampede.
I had a
Crazy
7% chance of
You know what?
success
You know
after
what?
minus
Yeah.
30.
You know what? I was that close.
He's just going to leave now.
I'm spending luck.
Freaking whirlwind.
Nope. We're not. You know, I got 72 luck. We're gonna
All right.
we're gonna spend the 12 I needed to actually succeed on that because holy God.
All right.
There ain't
So does
enough luck.
anybody want to burn anything to take care of that? I think y'all can burn Moxie to do something or other. I don't know. Moxie, remember, Moxie is like the refillable luck, and luck is permanent.
Luck is once it's gone,
So to
it's
walk
gone.
through the Moxie, you can
That was so
spend
close to making
Moxie to regain AP, to regain 10 stamina,
I think it's luck if you want to bump up the result.
Yeah.
Of the roll.
Or you just burn luck.
And it's like DCC where it's like
Hey,
one
you
for
can
one on
spend
percentages.
5 luck if you want to get advantage on a roll if you want to, but
I'll
I
try
don't know
that.
if that would actually help.
I will try
Nope.
it because I got enough luck. I can burn to attempt a reroll on this.
I feel like
'Cause-
luck is going to be burnt quite a bit.
Oh,
given,
yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Given that y'all know you're
Oh,
getting.
the saddest part of this is that would have exactly succeeded if it wasn't at minus 30.
Oh man,
Okay, so what did you
All
say our
right.
stamina got reduced to? What did you say it was reduced?
0.
the old goose egg.
You got
Your
no
hit points are at half.
stamina.
No, you
Yes.
have full, you have half, and you have 1/3. You're saying I have no stamina?
You got no
None.
stamina,
Okay.
but you
happens if
still
we-
have hit points. Just now you're taking
Well,
hit points.
there's a problem because I didn't write down how many hit points I had.
It's a D10 plus your vitality's 10 number.
Okay, well let's
Yeah,
just
what he
10
said.
century, yeah.
a D10
All right,
plus
now
your vitality.
If I succeed, what happens? I will
Not your
spend 8
vitality
luck to do
score, the 10s die of your vitality score.
if you succeed,
hell?
you're at half stamina, and you're fine on hit points.
that. That is
So you manage to
100%.
exhaust yourself and get bludgeoned, throwing yourself clear of the stampede.
all right.
All right. Who did not do any of the stuff that would allow them to survive, and it's just in just a real bad way right now.
I'm
Just
just
that
taking
Max
it like a
Manley?
man.
Max
many hit-
Manley,
How many hit points did we lose? Sorry, I'm doing math while you're
Half.
telling me all this. Half your hit points.
half.
That's not bad. That's not bad. See, the less hit points
It's
you
the
start
in-
with, the less it hurts. See?
It's the
right.
injury that's gonna suck.
Yeah,
All right,
Alright,
let's
fine.
see what this injury is.
I can't
Alright,
complain
Max
about it because I got a
Manley.
broken jaw.
Max Manley, you got a splintered elbow. You drop your
God.
weapon and you suffer 1d10 bleeding damage. Your arm
Oh,
is
shit.
gimpy forever.
Wow.
And it's your left arm.
Well, that's good.
To go along with your broken jaw.
All right, so
I don't have a broken jaw.
Ogle,
Oh,
are
that's
you
right.
Max
also
Manley is
screwed up?
untouched up until now.
I'm sorry, I was looking up something real quick just to make sure I'm right.
Lafayette, did you get it or you good?
Featherfall, hello, welcome.
Oh,
Yes.
Featherfall, you just in time for a
Featherfall.
stampede that damn near killed everybody for the cost of $1. All right.
Old Ian Chuck getting that dollar in there to kill us
Ian
all.
Boy,
Chuck
howdy.
swinging for the fences. Man, when that guy crits, he crits. All right.
Yes, I hear you.
Hey, it's Ginkgo again.
Well,
Hello.
then, Pete goes back. All right, this is gonna be good times.
Welcome.
Okay, here, Lafayette, did you just eat shit on that last one or no?
Correct. I did not pass my roll.
Oh, great, you are knocked unconscious. The stampede not only just completely mauls Lafayette and his Louisiana charm, but that Creole's chewing on dirt right now. just sitting there, rolled over, and he gets knocked free and clear. He's out cold.
So what I did right there is that seemed like it's a much better deal than what he got with that splinter elbow over there.
Damascus, did you manage to survive or no?
Did I save?
Yeah,
No.
I didn't think you did.
No.
You got a maimed foot. You got
Oh.
crushed
Can I
through
call
your
it
boot.
mule-footed?
You can. You can. You lost 3 toes and you permanently now move 5 feet slower.
Ooh. Oh,
So he's
that's
got
worse.
6 feet? Hey, thanks for the follow, London High
Thank
Friend.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks
thank you,
for the
thank
follow,
you.
London High friends. Oh, Debbie Snacks, welcome to everybody with me. Ready? Yeah! This is episode 1. Hold on to your hats. And right now, the boys are up against a posse of DM generated NPCs that crawled up from the chat generated NPCs that got destroyed by the chat destruction. So we got reddy red, bluey blue, greeny green, orange orange, and grapey purple, and they're coming. Oh, they're coming. Max
They're
Manley,
mad.
it's your turn.
Max Manley picks himself up off the ground, nurses his. No, he doesn't. He's a man.
He don't nurse nothing.
That elbow hangs loose, floppy like a corpse.
He got one of them what they call healthy masculinities.
Is that what we're going with?
Down in
so,
Louisiana, we call that a tennis elbow.
So we're gonna use his ability. I'll push on, spend my 40 moxie to get half my stamina back.
That's good.
Yeah. And where's that moxie score? Where is that on the sheet? Oh, there it is. And then I've got a talent, or whatever it's called, a feat called Die Hard, so I get more stamina back, and so that's another 4 back.
So you're healing up stamina with your turn.
Well, that's just something I can do.
All righty then. So you got 1, 2, 3 action points. What do you want to do with it?
Well, done did realize somebody needs a killing.
Oh,
which is my gun skill. So my shooting skill is called needs killing, and I'm going after Red.
Oh, Reddy Red looks pretty feisty. He's a ginger, of course.
Of course. All right.
He ain't got what you call one of them their souls.
That's a hit, I believe. I rolled under my gun score.
Oh, well, he just got done crawling out, and he ain't going to even try to react to that because he saw y'all get mauled by a bunch of cattle. You ain't no threat.
The damage appears to be a 3.
A 3. You wing him in the shoulder. It didn't seem to shake him off too much. He seems to be drawing his weapon regardless. You got 2 more actions. What do you want to do with him now, Max Manley?
Well, with my second score, I'm going to try the roll Don't Be a Pansy as I look at the guy across the way from me that I'm shooting at. And I'm going to try old Intimidate.
Oh, I like intimidation.
I have no idea how this works, but I assume it's a leadership role of some sort.
Thanks for the follow, Darth Chaos.
Nice.
He's one Darth Chaos. There are more. All right, so
let's see
here's how it goes. You're gonna roll your intimidate based on your charm, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
If that works for you, or I suppose you could use brawn. I can see either one of those going along the parlance of what somebody. Well, thank you very much, most welcome partner. Among the parlance of what they call in the 5e with the barbarian paradigm, so to speak.
Word.
And
I went ahead and rolled, and I got myself a 9, so that's a successor.
Oh, that's quite the success. Oh, man. He's like, oh, he looks at you, bleeding out your arm, taking a shot at him, and not even looking as major arterial spray just splatters the dust out your busted arm, and you don't even grit. You just spit on the ground and just... And then you're giving him a nice dirty hairy look, and he's like, oh, that's too rich for my blood. And he starts fucking off.
Nice. And then with my last AP, I will turn and face Blue. You're next.
Oh,
just old Dustin there.
All right. Normally Joe Buttons would go, except that he's not even here.
The last AP, by the way, is going to be for a defensive action, which will just be looking manly so that they give up the effort.
It's a defensive action to look manly, so they give up the effort. All right. Let's see. How do we want to do that? Looking manly. Let's use your general intimidation, and let's see if you get. You're going to apply it to all of them. So, let's just call it.
Can I use my skill? Look at the balls on him.
How many skills you got? Yeah, sure. What does that do?
Skills, man.
All right. So that's your defense. Just check out my balls. Like,
I succeeded.
Okay, sounds great. So, suddenly you see he's gritting his teeth at all of them, and you see he grits, and from 30 paces away, all 4 of the new colors are standing there, bluey blue and greeny, and they can hear, as well as all y'all, Max Manley's teeth grinding. He's just grinding down his teeth in the nubs. He's like, ah, and you guys see here, it's like, it sounds painful. And you can see them all, and their gun barrels start to shake. So now, in essence, I will say that you guys currently outnumber him by 1, so I'll just upgrade everybody's outnumbering by 2. So y'all get an additional 20 to aiding your rolls, so to speak. Oh. So because he's intimidated them. And I don't really know what I'm doing in this rule system, so this is just what we're going to say we're going to do. Joe Buttons decides to take cover behind a wagon wheel, and he's going to burn one action to go over there and hold his remaining 2 and draw his gun. All right, Tabascus. I think you're muted, Tabascus.
Does there sound like he's muted?
Oh,
His jaw.
his jaw
right,
been
yeah.
done kicked.
Oh,
Keep by the mule, I forgot.
that's a damn shame.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna stick my hand down my pants and pull out some poo. And I'm gonna use my skill. You want this stool,
Oh no.
which I originally had planned on being a furniture thing, but after being ran over by a stampede and getting kicked in the mouth by a mule, I may have shit my pants. And I'm gonna try to dissuade this crew from messing with us.
You're just gonna show poo to him.
Yep. You want this stool?
All right. Let's call that intimidation. I'd use charm or brawn, whichever you'd prefer to do.
I'm very charmy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's funny.
So I roll some what?
You want the stool. So here's what you're gonna do. You're
Yeah.
gonna roll charm. And what is your charm
Right.
score?
My charm score is a 45.
Well, right now it's a 65
Okay.
because you outnumber them by 1.
All right.
And because Max Manley intimidated them, I upgraded your outnumbering by another. So
Okay.
now you outnumber them by 2
Okay.
with your presence of fear. And so you got a 20% bonus to you. So now you have to roll under a 65.
With 2 d10s, right?
That is correct.
And I rolled
Okay.
a 46.
Well, dang, y'all. So, you go, oh, and now, they all, are
I just
gonna,
want to think maybe we may be off a little bit.
like you're a little too crazy to be messed with.
Like they might have the cholera or something.
Okay. They
No,
might
that's
have-
in the party. One of the posse members. They got
That's
the collar.
true. He's feeling a bit cholera. All right.
Just a wee bit of the collars.
Man, okay, what am I gonna do with this? All right, so I'm gonna roll my own to see if I don't break and run. So I would need to roll to stay. So that's a no. Okay.
I would like to point out that this is a game system in which Levi is going to own us because rolling low is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, One Darth Chaos has cheered bits. All right. Well, hell.
Oh, boy.
Hey, One Darth Chaos. Here's how this works. We stop everything. Everybody, hold up. We got bits. And One Darth Chaos. You got to tell us who is that aimed at, and do you want Calamity or do you want Luke?
Loot bad guy or calamity, huh?
My Spyhinder players are coming back to smite me for
To haunt you.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah.
I love it.
God,
Well,
what did you ever do to them?
And
I
remember,
let him win.
That to you last
Oh.
time, and it ended up a stampede.
and
to all of us.
Chaos, who do you want Calamity aimed at?
Oh man.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the stampede is not a giant chunk, happens to hit everybody.
It occurs to me that he probably doesn't know the names of people here. So I'm Jeff. I'm assuming I'm not the only person here that can introduce themselves there.
No, I am Tim playing EW.
I'm Dustin playing Lafayette.
I'm Clint. I'm Damascus, the Stool Man Taylor.
So, Darth, you pick one of them targets for your calamities, and it's going to happen. I'm going to hit a button and craziness.
It's definitely craziness.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Man.
It's a randomly generated chart. for
It's
the
a randomly
home version of
generated
the game.
chart.
It's got a lot of options.
Oh,
on it.
oh.
Oh,
Look,
D4. I appreciate
Darth
this.
Chaos is rolling. Jeff.
Jeff.
Bring it on,
Jeff.
Jetty.
Oh, okay. Max
Oh.
Manley.
Yes.
Oh, God, I just saw it.
One of them gets scared. One of them gets so scared, shaking. He's like, bang! And he pulls the trigger twice, shoots out both your eyes. This is the last sunrise you'll ever see. Max Manley, you're blind forever.
That's terrible.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Okay,
I
that's
love
from
that this
the.
one just says, ouch.
Well, okay, just so you know,
God.
that's a great rolls. Darth Chaos, the very top end of the calamity table is the ouch section, and the ouch section ain't fooling.
Yeah,
Barely.
according to conditions and status effects, just so Jeff knows what this means,
Yep.
he now has disadvantage on all tests requiring sight until he takes care of the problem.
Well, he can't. He don't got
It's
no eyes.
permanent disadvantage from here on out.
Okay. All right.
That's the blind condition in Pistolero.
There's a
Okay.
reason that skill wasn't called.
Blue
Look at the
runs
balls
because
on
he
them.
thinks y'all's are too crazy. So red ran, blue ran, green ran, orange seems to be tough, and grape ran, grapey purple ran. And orange steps up. He's like, "Y'all don't scare me. I'm orangey orange," and he pulls out two guns that look like they've been dipped in sawdust because they're all orange and they smell kind of like that stuff that the janitor puts on puke in an elementary school. EW, you're up.
It's seeing eye coyote.
Can't
With
be
the
scared
Acme
when you're
rocket.
dead, son. And I'm gonna use my skill. I change it. Smoke and thunder, and I'm gonna burn
Yeah.
30 moxie and all 3 of my AP to draw my pistol and fire all 6 of my rounds
Man,
at this guy.
the flames.
I don't get to. It says the tests are not made with positive mods, so I don't get the plus 20% or.
Oh,
the other.
Okay. Well, just so you know now, it's technically like 30% because you outnumber him so much.
Yeah, it says I don't get positive mods though, so I assume.
Look
that-
for
no.
stool time.
Loot for stool time.
Stool time.
All right.
You get a box of
Box of
rifle
ammo.
rounds. Stool man, you roll 2d20 and then you add 5, and that's how many rifle rounds you just found.
Rolled a
2d20.
9 on the first one.
Well, damn, you got yourself 42 rifle rounds.
42 rounds.
Wow. Wow.
gonna
Wow.
be- He's gonna be raining. He's gonna be raining fire from real far away from now.
Well, except I don't have a gun. All I have is a Duchess Stephanie's snuff box and some Big Tim's McCarthy cigars. So,
That's okay.
yeah.
Now you can light those real careful, like with a single rifle round and a rock.
If you tie them to a stick, it's like a Roma candle. You just point fire.
EW,
Wow.
did you manage to hit?
Yeah, so far I've rolled a 9, a 7, a 49, and a 32, which are all hits.
That's good. That's good. Roll your damage.
51 is a hit. And 43 is a hit. I hit with all 6 shots.
Jesus, Christopher. I ain't even gonna know if I'm gonna worry about damage with 6
it's
bullets.
It's a d10 with each bullet. That's an 8, a 1, oh, a wild one, a 9, a 9.
That's it. Okay. I
That's
counted.
it.
I was like 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. How does Orangey Orange's story end as he's shaking his pistolos?
As he comes up there and professes that he's not afraid of us, said, "Can't be scared when you're dead, kid." And I'm going to pull out the pistol and just fan that hammer, smoke and thunder, and blow him out of his shoes.
He's not only blowed out of his shoes, his feet do a cute little twinkle toes in the air as his back hits the ground and soaks the sand red.
That's the old persuader. And I'll,
The persuade.
yep, that's.
Woo!
My damn eyes. Damn it.
And
I
it
knew
does
this was
seem
gonna
that in
happen.
all the excitement, you guys look over and Joe Laredo. Oh, what?
Oh no.
The
This is
new
the new
outlaw.
outlaw, Mr. White.
Hold on now. Ginkgo. Now, technically, if you were to summon a bad guy, you would have to pay 500 bits. We made it pretty pricey to summon bad guys. That's on our main overlay.
The
But
hundreds of calamity. That's right.
yeah. But 100 bits will get you calamity or loot. Sorry,
Uh-oh,
Ginkgo.
there it is. Thank
There
you.
it is.
Damn!
These are boss levels too.
Yeah.
Well, this ought to be interesting.
Well, at least we cleared that other guy, but I'm
What's
out
Mr.
now.
White about? Got a description of any sort?
Yeah.
Now
what do
you
want Mr. White
tell
to
me
be?
what Mr. White's all about, Ginkgo. If you made the guy, you get to tell us all about him. So if there's something going on, or something he do, or his name besides Mr. White, because if you made the guy, you made the guy.
I really hope it's a Breaking Bad reference here.
I was thinking at first it was a Clue reference. Like we had all the
Oh,
other
yeah.
colors up there, so he was going for. Although I think it's Mrs. White's the maid, right? So
Yes.
It's a naked
Yes.
dude dual wielding swords.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
is it like machete?
He said swords,
Swords.
so
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna stick with that now. Let's see that, and I
I
got
like it. It's a naked dude dueling swords, like he's.
I feel like something's happening. I feel like something real weird's happening right
Okay,
now.
so just as you go like
Good
bang,
thing
bang,
you
bang,
can't
bang,
see.
bang, and then Orange Orange hits the ground. Way in the background, you guys hear, "You can't do that to my friend." And you guys see run out the background. Gotten two full-on swords, like one of them knights used to have. And he's got him over his head, and you see him run around with a loincloth in front of y'all. And then he takes one sword in hand and rips off his own loincloth and throws it to the wind. So he's got all three legs visible. And he comes running at you guys.
Oh no.
Well, Max Manley, this is where you have to get into a sword fight.
Well, old Max Manley never backs down to a naked gunfight.
He comes running right up, and he's gonna go swinging twice at EW for being such a nasty man. Let's see here. Now, normally he would be pretty hefty, but he is heavily outnumbered. So let's see. That's
Sounds like a challenge.
20. That's a hit with the sword.
Oh,
Just
no.
remember that
How do I make
doubles are
a-
critical.
How do I do a dodge test? Or do I got to spend stamina for that? I'm not sure.
And that's a second hit with a sword. So my
Well, you have to
first one
save
was
an
really
AP
low.
to do a
You have to
defensive
bank
action.
an AP
Ah.
to do a defensive action, and then you roll your
Got it.
quick draw to dodge.
So the first one was a hit, and the second one was a miss. And now here comes your sword action. Let me look up sword. I don't think it's
Right.
too good. I think it's pretty bad. It's a D. It's a 1d10 now.
Oh man, That's
I
fun.
do a whopping 3 points. That goes clean through you. Ain't that fun?
Do I take this to my stamina?
You take it to your staminas.
Right.
So he goes swap, and then he's gonna move back. He's not. He's gonna keep. He's gonna try and line up into a pseudo flank, so to speak.
Pseudo flank with his own donger.
Yep, he's gonna do that. Watch him.
I like that the dot is directly in the center there.
He's gonna go right here between y'all, up close.
Oh, that's
So-
uncomfortable.
If you want to shoot him, Max, he's using EW as cover. And Damascus, he's using Lafayette as cover from you.
Oh, Lafayette's on the ground sleeping still.
Get old unconscious Lafayette.
Which
Just
was a
fine,
good
man.
thing when there was a bandit, because laying prone makes you harder to hit.
Lafayette, you're unconscious.
That's
Uh,
right.
give
I
me
do
a-
a good job of dreaming right now.
Give me a vitality check to see if you can wake yourself up through sheer force of will.
Well, I'll roll that on here. Roll 20. Oh,
Ooh.
that's the wrong one. That's
That's
the wrong
not.
one.
That's
That's a
not.
D20
that's the
roll.
Wrong game.
I clicked the 20 instead of the 10.
Clearly.
Here we go. Oh, hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Not only are you up, ugh, you're like, I'm alive, and you get to have 2 action points.
2 action points.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to done did then is I'm going to take my shoot gun and I'm going to look at it with both barrels. And I'm going to spend my 2 AP for both barrels.
All right.
And it gives me a plus 30 to hit. Makes it a trivial test.
All right, then.
That would be a successful hit.
That's a hit. Yep.
Then both barrels of my shoot gun does 3 to 10.
Jesus.
That's a 20.
So
20 damage with my
you
shoot
got-
gun.
you got 1 hit of 20, right?
It's 20 damage off of 1 hit. Yes, that's correct.
All right.
All right.
Right,
The crazy rules. I forgot.
Yep. So, shablam! You take a chunk out of his shoulder. He's like, oh, Mr. White, you're gonna taste my swords. Max Manley, you're up.
Man, I'm up already, huh?
You got to get around EW if you're going to shoot Mr. White. So it's going to at least burn an action point for you to clear a line of sight.
Folks, what the hell am I seeing? No, I'm not seeing. What's around
You're not
us?
seeing nothing. Why am I even telling you? You've
Right.
been hearing this. And in addition, for some reason, amidst all this noise and stuff, you keep hearing this.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to use my I'ma get you skill, which is my tracking ability. And I'm going to see if I can use that to get me in the right position.
All
He just
right,
has
then.
to be quiet in between the slaps.
Bleeding arm and bleeding out of his open eye sockets. Max
Hey, you need him
Manley,
anyway.
Max Manley is going to try and track his way to where he is.
Hey,
Please
not
roll.
only did Max Manley just roll successfully, but he rolled a 19.
Max Manley, did you roll with disadvantage?
I don't even know how to do that.
Well, you got to
You
roll
roll
again,
twice.
and then
Roll
you
it
take
twice,
the
all right.
worst result.
Yeah.
It's still a success. 41.
Max Manley, you keep hearing you're like, that's something foul. And you go and you manage to aim in the general region, wandering towards the sound. You guys see open bleeding eye sockets. Max wander, broken arm. He's got blood down one whole side of his coat. He's got it down his face. It looks like he's been crying the heart juice of America as he starts shaking the pistol out and aiming for the.
Well, with my roll here, getting in position, I'm feeling like Max Manley is in a vulnerable state right now.
Yeah, he doesn't feel.
Yeah,
Right.
he is in a bad situation,
Oh,
and he senses a challenger has entered the fray.
Uh-huh.
So he definitely needs to overcompensate, which is his skill. And that I'm gonna have is him like kind of fumbling around to find where he is. That he gets a good handful and gives her a squeeze.
Oh, he's gonna reach out. Oh, then that's a brawn. That's a
Oh.
brawn.
Oh, Dark Chaos just subscribed with Prime for that one.
That's what it took. Naked nut grab, and now you got Darth Chaos on your side.
Well, A 69, dude, is not going to be a success. So I'm going to spend some luck because it's important to me that I grab this man's balls.
It's important to me that I grab. Somebody quote him.
Somebody
I
quote
spent
that.
some luck
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
it's
add
important
that
to me
quote.
that I grab this man's ball.
That quote made my cat run off.
I spent the luck points.
All right, you reach out blind, and that last second you hear, you're like, there, and you get him, shablam, in the right hand, and you hear, and on the opposite end to where you're squeezing.
Let's see. So that was a tracking. That was a grabbing nuts.
Yep. Now, how about you? What's your brawn rating?
My brawn rating is 44.
Oh, how about you just roll 4d6,
46. You
and we're gonna do just ball damage.
Well, that would be 21 ball damage.
Oh, scrotum scrunching.
Now,
This is a mean testicular torsion event.
you're just, he's like, and he ain't too happy none.
There ain't room in
The
this town
hacky
for
sack is
two
a
men.
stress ball.
I assume that you do not let go.
Oh no, I maintain the grapple.
Well, okay then. Well, okay then. So Joe Buttons sees the naked guy, sees the man with bleeding eye sockets and a
Thanks, Dark.
bloody arm. Grabbed
Oh, no.
it. It's important that I grab this man's ball.
He clipped
It's been clipped.
it.
Oh,
That is beautiful. Yeah. So
I stand by my
he's-
decision.
the bleeding eye socket man, blind as the day is long, reach out, grab the naked guy with the two swords, balls, twist. There's a crunching, and then all of a sudden, you guys see Joe Laredo absent-mindedly reach in his pocket and pull out a clown nose and shove it on his face and go, oh, and then he just passes out from the sheer ridiculousness of this. No eyes loot for being a good sport. All right,
Oh
here
shit,
you
that sounds
go.
good.
Oh,
Yes. What?
while you reach out for and you grab his balls, then all of a sudden you feel as he is flailing about with his swords, he has bumped the wagon that's next to him, and then boom, boom, and all of a sudden you guys see, and you all do a quick sidestep. Shing! Bright as the day is long, a shiny mirror blade. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a Levi brand scythe. That's sharp, boy. You're gonna hurt yourself. You got yourself a full-on scythe.
Look here, boy. You ain't
Max Manley.
circumcised quite yet.
Oh! Max Manley, that scythe of yours, it costs you 2 action points to swing it, but she does 3d10 on a successful melee hit.
Jesus.
Whoa.
All right.
So she's a heavy swing, but she's a heavy hit.
Okay. I like the sounds of that. Hey, thank you, Ginkgo. Much appreciated.
I grabbed this guy's balls. All right, Damascus. You still holding your squishy poo in your own hand, but it did drive them bandits away till the naked one showed up with the swords and come running up on your friends in the posse.
Well, it's interesting the way you describe this naked man come out when he ripped his loincloth off. Do you remember what you said? All 3 legs hanging. Now,
Yes.
I've got a skill that had nothing to do with the penis.
Oh
However, I do have a skill that says 3 legs are better than 4.
Yes, there is.
So, I'm going to use my hatchet to aid Max Manley in the removal of that unwanted leg.
Of course. Okay, well then, since you're gonna assist, I won't even make it a roll. We'll just give Max Manley advantage as old school
Nice.
5e.
So he
So-
rolls straight up.
Yeah, he rolls a straight up without and that'll be one of your action points.
Okay.
Excellent.
You have 2 more.
I'm gonna. just in case for some reason this man survives the loss of a friend, I want to at least make sure he has pink eye.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
this.
I guess I'll roll my brawn.
Oh my god!
Is going full chimp today. That's true.
You got a 56.
I got a 56. Now, are we still outnumber this guy like by a
You
huge
guys
amount, right?
outnumber him, so you got a 30% on that one.
He did bring 2 boys with him.
Wow.
Okay, you're getting loot for shoving pink eye, Damascus. This comes to you. Hey, you're on a roll here,
I
Damascus.
got all kinds of snuff.
As you shove this poo into his eyes, you happen to reach down and notice on the ground, just sitting out days long, a whole box of Grumpy Jim's cigarettes. Grumpy Jim's. Second place is the first loser.
Are you winning?
Are you winning? Did you win, boys?
So-
Okay, so yeah, what you want me to
there
do
was
for
a-
like
yeah.
damage or like a DOT? We have a damage over time effect.
Yeah, let's do a damage over time effect. I'm going to essentially reduce the threshold for him to take damage to a lower number. So now he's debuffed, so it's easier to hurt him.
There we go. I like it.
As you
I like it.
smear poo, a scatological strategery
Yes.
smeared across his eyeballs. Calamity for
Oh.
who?
Me,
Gladius.
because it's one of my players
Oh.
trying to haunt me.
Okay, here we go. It's Lafayette. Ah!
Hey, we're twinsies.
Oh, ah, my foot.
You get your foot clean stepped on by let's see here. How's this going to even play? Okay, as all this kerfuffle is occurring, a loose rock is kicked, and it managed to create a very small chain reaction as a rock about the size of your head rolls off another one, smashes your foot clean. You have lost 5 feet of movement forever.
Jesus. Good
It's
thing forever's
your
only going to be a couple minutes.
left foot too.
I'm down 5 feet of move. All right, got it.
All right.
This has been a hell of a fight.
It's now my turn. I am debuffed and outnumbered, and I'm going to swing twice at the man that's got my balls. I'm going to stab him.
Do you have disadvantage?
okay.
You can't really swing if you're being held on to by the balls, can you? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what?
Well,
I'm going to try and
I'm holding his center of gravity, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and okay, he's going to drop a sword as a free action and try and grab on to Max Manley's hand and then cut his hand off at the wrist.
Yep.
And I am heavily outnumbered. So we'll see how this goes. It's probably going to go poorly. Let's see
I don't
here.
know if that's the case.
This is going to be brawn to see if I can pull this off. So that's actually a 35.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I missed. So he managed to swing down. And he manages, despite the fact that you are on his. No, he starts to slap it, and with the shit in his eyes, he manages to start to cut some of his belly. He's like, damn it. So he just tries to pry your hand off his balls.
you're shit in your eye.
And he fails by 1. So he's almost got your manly grip of benevolent masculinity. And he just can't, as you bring in that real hard arm wrestling thumb that ain't nobody's to be messed around with, that thumb, that iron thumb of yours, and he can't take it off. He's like, tarnation, my balls. And that's what he says. EW, it's your turn.
Tarnation, my balls.
Tarnation.
Well, this is It's a lot to take in, so I'm gonna try and put an end to this and employ some goddamn calisthenics, which is my bronze skill. So I'm gonna flip over and pistol whip this son of a bitch in the head.
Hammering.
Nice.
The larger of his two heads, but not by much.
And you're hitting him with a Colt. We'll call a pistol D6 because a brass knuckle is a D6. So
Sounds
I'll take
good.
that.
And what did I need on that?
Ooh.
Needed a 50. Succeed. I don't know if I succeed by 2. A D6, you say? I do not have D6. I'll just roll real quick.
D6 is what he said. Yep.
3.
3.
He's still awake. Can I spend another AP to swing again?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works.
He's
All right,
like,
we're gonna.
You managed to drive the shit deeper into his eye socket. He's like, my balls, my eyes, my balls, and my
I'm gonna
eyes.
go quiet
And
soon,
he's
kid.
swinging the sword around.
Oh, wait, and so this is with the bonus I'm getting for the outnumbered. It was a 56, so I think that's a success. Normally, I would
Yeah,
have to roll.
that's a bit of a success. Yeah.
4.
All right. You guys, he's now down on a knee and he's like, ah! He's just growling down to animal noises. As you see, Max Manley has had to kind of go down with him a little bit to keep a hold on him.
Oh, I do. It's worth it.
Let me clarify, go down with him, not on him.
It's true.
I want to
Yeah.
clarify.
This is getting a little borderline.
Yeah, no, that's another pair. They're already gone. With that, I will save my last AP this time.
All right, Lafayette.
Yeah.
You're up.
He's still alive?
Oh, he's still alive.
I would like to put my first AP to mosey on over there to get that soul he drop on the ground.
Okay.
Right there, by his feet.
Yeah. You got a cavalry saber.
Oh, yeah, that sounds important. We'll write that down real fast.
It do 1d10.
Cavalry saber.
Mm-hmm.
It begins with the bloody Estrabek.
Ginko, do you feel like you're getting your full dollar worth here?
Oh,
Oh,
that way.
Now, I'm not exactly trained with a soul. We don't deal with souls much down the bayou. But I tell you what I do know is right here is that from this area right here, I shall be able to cleave this man pretty easily with his soul because he's naked. So that's what I'm going to done did right now.
Okay, you go did it.
So I'm going to done did that with my brawn.
He gonna brawn done did it. It's a thing he's gonna done do.
And with a 69, that is going to be a hit because we outnumber him quite a bit right now. We do.
Yes, you do.
69, dude.
And I do not wish to take more time to reload my shoot gun.
Of course.
So, you say it's a D10.
It's a D10.
I believe you referred to it as shoot barrels.
No, they both barrels of my shoot gun. See, I have
Damn.
myself a 2-barrel shoot gun.
Yeah,
you
he got
said
himself.
I got these
shoot
shoot barrels, is what you said. Now you're changing it to I got this shoot gun with 2 barrels.
No, it's both
don't.
barrels of my shoot gun.
It's both barrels of a shoot gun. Hey.
Both barrels is my professional trait. Both
Why
barrels.
don't you two settle it in the streets?
I changed my mind. I'm going to take this cavalry saber. I'm going to strike down the stool man with it for arguing about my shoot gun. No. No. That'd be a 7 if there's no modifier to my roll.
Oh, that is definitely a hit. That does the damage, 7 damage. He doesn't.
It is.
He's looking pretty bad. He's looking none too good. His eyes are blinking widely, and he's got stab wound. He starts crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me, please. Let go of my balls. And he starts crying like a baby. Max Manley, it's your turn.
I'm banking my last AP in case he does anything violent towards me.
Of course.
Excellent. Now look here, son. You came to me. You leave me 1, and you can go.
What are you gonna do?
I think you know what's happening. Let's see. I mean, it feels like the ultimate time to use the skill. Look at the balls on him.
Okay, roll.
You know how there's like bounty hunters that collect ears of all the people they've killed? I think Max Maley
my
has
God.
like
He's gonna have
a
scrotums.
necklace of balls.
It's gonna be disgusting. This whole thing took a very dark turn.
Very violent turn, yes. With the non-disadvantage now because of the advantage, I have a 29 to successfully
Yeah.
do the
Okay.
need.
You all manage to barely keep your eyes on it, and the last second, most of you turn away, feeling a
Particularly
slight,
Max Manhood.
twinge in your own
Hmm.
nethers as you guys hear a, and then you hear a.
And then I kick him away.
And he goes half pain shock, drunken crawling, screaming to the high hills. And that was the day the birth of the one-nutted white phantom was born.
He's got to be able to come back. Oh my god.
You
Dustin's
guys
muted, I
stand
think.
atop a field
Sorry, I was muted.
of victory, however bloody and dark it may be.
Victory
This
is what
guy's
we're
gonna
calling
be
this.
the lampshade of Yee Haw. He's like the first boss now on the boss table for.
And then
But I hope so.
way over by where the landslide and the stampede and the arrows really did a number on things. You guys hear a
Oh yeah, now.
and you hear some slow breathing and coughing amidst the
Boy.
pile of bodies. You don't see no movement though, boys.
Now
One
you
of
still out
y'all
alive in there.
with the
You better
peepers
come
wanna
up
check it out?
slow.
You see a shaky, bloodied hand come up. It's got no weapon in it amidst a pile of bodies covered in First Nations people's arrows.
Oh,
Come on out now. No more thunder.
I'm on your side. And you see the body gets rolled over, and that's where you see Corey Crusher Craig, who through sheer brawn has managed, using two of the bandito's bodies as shields from the arrows, to survive this. However, he does not look none too pleased or
yeah.
good.
Everybody know how he survived this. He just did believed in them there arrows. He did not take no damage from them because he did believe in it.
Can I get a hand?
What?
He starts clapping.
And then he stands up. He's like, fair enough. He's like, I'd say thank you, boys. But the done chaos of the day, I'll tell you guys, you wrestled this place up like a scatter of raccoons. I'll tell you what. These damn boys of summer is a plague on this city. Well, I guess, and then you see him rumble through the bodies, and he pulls out Marshall Marcus, and he thumbs around, and you see him grab the star off the marshal's jacket, and he's like, well, I guess I'm the closest thing to law that Yee Haw still has. So, I guess I'll be taking up your new position, gentlemen, as the self-appointed sheriff of Yee Haw. I was coming here as just one of the locals to greet y'all and present you with some of the contract. You see him dig around amidst all the nonsense to a gunny sack, and he pulls out and he brings out a small set of bags. He chucks each of you a set of bags. So you each have a bag, and inside you guys each have 50 cents.
Oh shit! Wow.
I want you my 50 cents to get a drive-by. He good at them drive-bys.
Now,
That's
boys,
what you did there.
that 50 cents is just a proof of what we're talking about here. We gathered together. We're going to give you guys.
Hey, Jay Bruce.
Hey,
Hey,
Jay
Bruce.
Bruce.
Jay Bruce, thank
Welcome,
you.
Raiders.
Coming over from some Shadowrun tonight, I believe.
Nice. We're up to some dumb stuff around here.
Real dumb. And it looks like I'm going to have to. He ruffles through as he finishes his thought, pulls out the marshal's keys.
Starfinder, nice.
I have to move on down in the sheriff's office to get out the rest of your bounties. You gentlemen here have taken down, let's see. And he starts counting. 1, 2, 3,
Adley.
4, 5, 6.
Well, you
4
gotta have
got
a point
away.
to the nearest outhouse in town. At some
7,
point.
8. Looking here like you or fate or what have you. Maybe Jesus himself is looking down on y'all, but looks to me like you guys have done taken down about 7 of these boys of summer. I don't know if you've all heard of them, but y'all have been called into town because we need a posse. We're under the thumb of a monster of a man, calls himself Don Henley. Formerly of a posse straight out of New Mexico called the Eagles, but he's turned away from them quite a long time ago, except to bring on his right-hand man, Joe the Welshman. Between Joe the Welshman and Don, he's rounded up every scumbag and dust sucker this side of the Mississippi. They call themselves the Boys of Summer, and oh, they like their hair combed back, I'll tell you what. But we've had enough. So for every boy of summer, we got a shiny quarter waiting for y'all. So he doles out 1, 2, 3, 4, and he puts 7 quarters on the ground. All right, gentlemen. And that's just the start. We're doing everything we can to scrap together enough to keep you boys on a payroll. And I tell you, this town has had just about enough of these boys of summer. I feel like I'd, at the very least, like to have you all purchased around, given us how much blood and body parts y'all have shed for this day. Here, I hear you're the real Max Manley.
Looking in the completely wrong direction. You're damn right.
If you wouldn't mind me to besmirch your manliness by guiding you to a stiff drink.
I would mind.
I
I do
understand.
myself.
I understand.
Max Manley's now the blind guy for Men in Tights.
Yo,
Calamity for Manly.
Oh, Animal G.
Oh, oh,
Scorpions.
oh, you got varmints. You got scorpions in your pants, Max. Roll. Oh, Max, you got a done stung. Ow. Okay,
Jesus.
Max, you've done been stung and poisoned. So you're going to roll. Let's see here. Your stamina, whatever it's at right now,
Uh-huh.
you lose 13 points of stamina to scorpion venom.
Oh, damn.
Yo,
Damn it.
but
Damn
we're
it.
at 0
Oh.
though, weren't we?
Well, no, because
He
I
gets some
had
whack
push
from his
on,
feet.
and I got die hard. I don't go down easy.
You
Is that
guys
how
see
your
Max
profession
Manley
is?
start
That's
slapping his own pants, and he's doing a weird kind of dance. But he's blind, so he don't really want to shake it none. And all of a sudden, you guys see him slap his own thigh on the inside, and you hear and you see a dead scorpion come flumping out of his pants leg.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Man.
Damn it. Get away from there. No.
Price family.
Now, so you be careful right there with them there scorpions. I believe I got some recipe that I can cook them up like I do crawdads back home.
Well, there's about 5 or 6 of them around the back if you want.
I'm going to use my skill. I'm going to use my handle animal skill, which I have renamed here. Insert name of animal. So, yeah. Hey, scorpion.
Roll it.
And we'll just see if I can't collect myself some scorpions to cook up later.
Good lord.
I love this. Take a plus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's it. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys see
Yeah,
Lafayette lean over there, and all of a sudden you guys see something about Lafayette. This weird tone of his voice. Here's Scorpion. And you guys all faintly hear it somehow echo in the back of your head. And you guys hear the rest of the sound. Yee Haw for a brief magical moment drown out as you see the scorpions suddenly stop and just wander right towards Lafayette's open hand. Just as docile as a pony on a leash.
Now, use just a danger crawdad. That's all you really is. Not just pick him up and put him right up in there like we do's back home. Done did right there. Right?
You done did got 5 danger crawdads in a bag.
I got about 5 or 4 of them right there. I'm just gonna put them right up here in this bag.
Y'all don't think that's gonna be a problem for me, is it?
Oh, he's gonna cook them up with some chicken later. It's gonna be all good.
Just stand there with like a busted ass arm, no eyes.
Show the doc and Yee Haw.
You guys wander into town.
Before we do, can I check Orangey Orange, see if he had any revolver bullets with my corner of my eye?
Heck yeah.
It won't get head
35 would be a success for my common sense.
Oh, well, that's excellent. As that is a 35, you managed to recover off Orangey Orange 8 revolver rounds.
Oh, good. Came away with more than I
Uh-oh.
spent. These
Luke,
goddamn
Nico's
boys.
giving
Summer ain't worth the bullets yet.
Nico's
While
giving you a
you're
loot roll.
going through Orangey Orange's belongings, it does seem that he also has on him a Duchess Stephanie snuff box for the discerning debutante.
Well,
Oh, Stephanie's snuff box.
Oh, that's some good shit. Now, just so y'all know, booze, tobacco, and drugs, all of them have the possibility to restore moxie. That's the actual benefit of any of them. So I don't quite know. Let me double check how the moxie conversion is. I know whiskey specifically.
hey, whiskey gives like 5, but then you
Yeah.
got to roll to not get drunk.
It's I feel like we should be using bang rules for this, where you just get yourselves back some hit points and some maxes and some staminas by drinking whiskeys and beer.
Does sound pretty good.
See here.
While you're looking that up, Max Manley is ripping apart his long coat, making a sling out of it, making some stuff and putting in his eyes.
Each shot of
Wrap 'em up.
whiskey.
Now, looking for Max Manley, I happen to have a skill called navigation, which I have renamed as that way.
Nice.
That's how we gonna get around from here on out, Max Manley. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
So
All right.
good.
So each sniff of the snuff box is going to be 5 moxie,
Ooh.
and the snuff box has 30 doses. This is
Whoa.
Duchess Stephanie's snuff box. It's a tiny little shot. You're like, and this stuff is real potent. Like, I mean, it wakes you right up.
So good.
Gets me up after that stampede. Oh,
Now, I believe for each cigarette of Grumpy Jim's,
It's a
Each-
cigarillo.
each of Grumpy Jim's cigarettes there is going to be 2 moxie per cigarette. So the first drag, you've got it, and then it just rides out, making you just calm down as you realize what second place really is for.
The
Mhm.
Duchess
And,
was Colombian.
However, I believe one of y'all got a Big Tim cigar.
I have
Let me-
Tim. Yeah, I've got a Tim McCarthy
Yeah.
cigar, the Big Tim.
A Big Tim is a D10 of moxie.
Oh,
So you take a
nice.
drag, and it's an even D10 to see how much moxie you can earn back on that one.
Okay.
Makes
So
me tell
far, I've got
him.
Stephanie's snuff box, the Big Tim cigar, and Grumpy Jim cigarettes.
Yep.
Boy,
Yep.
you're all filled up with tobacco.
I am. Yep. Speaking
You
of being all
just
filled
use
up, I happened to go over there by our friend who they call Tim, and you're gonna use that what kind of pistol over there?
him? No, I just found snuff. You want to sniff? He might have something with it, but it ain't better than my persuader.
Don't want to sniff. You gonna sniff a pistol?
No, this fancy snuff box. I took a hit. It was uplifting.
Oh, I got some of those. Yeah, I just need to. My jaw really hurts.
You know, we might all need to go into town and see if there's a dock, because I'm gonna need to find an outhouse fairly soon.
I shit myself.
The sweat's coming on.
I shit myself.
I think I might
Earlier.
be not far behind you, friend.
Yeah. Just being honest. So you're not going to use those pistols there right there on the ground?
Oh no! I'm very happy.
Okay.
Alice May's, to clarify, Max, Alice May's critter cure is going to be a roll because it is meant for animals. So it is meant
Yep.
to cure horses. If a person takes Alice May's critter cure, which is a viscous, syrupy oil that smells to high heaven, it'll really peel paint, they say. If you take it, it may restore hit points or may cause damage.
Oh, it sounds like one of them days.
So Alice May's critter cure can heal a D10 or do a D10 of damage, depending upon to your hit points.
Yeah, that's
Depend-
devastating.
Depending upon
We
if
got
you
11 of
make
those.
a vitality check after you rub it into your wounds.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
So I pick up the two pistols of that guy. I don't have any ammo, but I at least have two pistols.
All right, you got two Colt revolvers.
Oh, you can't have a gun, no ammo. Here, let's give you 6 rounds.
I got 6 rounds.
You need to
All right,
load
now.
up that smoke wagon.
Which
All
way
right.
are the drinks?
But
You guys are brought into
Washington's burning a hole in my pocket.
Washington's are burning all that was the best bit that was on a million ways to die in the West. Hands down, the best joke in the entire film is when the guy pulls out a $1 bill and he's like $1, and then the guys are like, "Take your hat off, son. That's a dollar bill," and everybody takes their hats off and hold it over their hearts. It was amazing, and the dollar bill's like the size of a full sheet of paper. It was huge. All right. You guys pull into town, and let's see here. Dancing D's is the saloon.
it ain't some D's.
And when you guys walk in, there's one of them piano players. You guys know he's a wiry little gentleman who has been in more than one bar brawl, and yet, though this wiry young gentleman has been in more than one bar, one of them,
And then Barbara.
whether shots have occurred or not, that piano player keeps playing the piano. He's got a few names around town. Some have been known to call him Blizzard Thunder. Some have been known to call him Ivory Keys. But all the locals here call him Stevie T. Because he can tippy tap them keys.
Nice. Good inside jokes.
And for $1, Stevie T will show you every single bullet wound, of which there are many.
Amazing.
As you walk in, currently he's playing Home on the Range. And you guys can see, as usual, atop the bar, kicking somebody in the face off their bar stool, is the owner and proprietor, Danson D. You just get out of here. I was coming over. You walk into my face. I get some chicken. And then she kicks a guy right off the bar stool. That's right. And then she steps down in her horribly stained, once beautiful dress and sits down in her special stool behind the bar as her bartender's like, yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. And he goes back to his job. She sits with her jug of whiskey and continues to pound it like it's water.
I look curious if your establishment happens to sell food.
And then the bartender walks up and says, well, of course we do, sir. We have a very fine back bacon and some biscuits. And we can serve up some fresh corn that what been grown out in the weeds. And we make sure every day ain't no varmints in there. And also we serve varmints.
Actually, I was curious if, whether or not I could use your kitchen.
Well, that is a bit of a special request. Well, you know what? That would be up to Madam D.
Is Madam D back in the kitchen right now?
Oh, Madam D is right over there. Maybe approach when she is between cordials.
Cordial.
And you can see the full whiskey jug is like. That's coming up here. This whole thing's conspiracy. And she sets down the jug.
Now's your chance.
After Lafayette will throw on up there to Miss D now that she is between cordials. And he'll say, now, madam, would you be the Madam D?
That's what they call me. You could call me for a good time if you're feeling for a good time. And you see, nose just all broken blood blisters, and then the upper half is kind of like a potato with just scrawny legs, and it's all the weights carried all, and then the girls are hiked high and tight, and the somehow the dress smells like flowers dipped in hops.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to done did right here is I'd like to use your kitchen. And
It's all real funny. What? Kitchen? I don't do no cooking. What do you need?
I was just going to use your kitchen if you don't mind.
Oh, you want a job? I sure could use a good. I could use a good job.
Sure. She says that's a yes. So I'll go ahead back to the kitchen. I'm going to work on these scorpions and make them up like the crawdads as we get back home.
The bartender's like, that's good. You did a good job. I've never seen her warm up to somebody like that so fast. I think she likes your voice. So
I just throw on back there and begin working in the kitchen.
You can tell, Lafayette, that this kitchen here doesn't seem like a great deal of it is used very often. It looks as though the barrel area for booze is heavily trafficked, and it does seem as though one part of this stove is used with the same crusted over frying pan with the burnt whatever's that been what done piled up in there. Now, you do see dangling from the wall next to you, as it may be, Lafayette, there's a possum what maybe been dead for a good 5 days, and a raccoon, and it looks like maybe a prairie dog just nailed to the wall.
Ew. I'm going to go ahead and begin working on cooking them up real good for everybody right now.
Okay.
I'm going to use my skill of survival, better known as a hunting and cooking.
Hunting and cooking.
And I'm gonna use hunting and cooking, and I'm gonna work on these crawdads. We're gonna make them up occasion, like with some gumbo.
Fantastic. So, give me a roll and see me how that goes.
That's
I enjoy how this is going. Give me a 10%
Oh,
addition bonus.
I am well
Nice.
underneath my cooking and book of learning or common sense, I guess, whichever one it would work.
You manage while poking around, find a kata kata caliente spice straight out of Mexico. And kata caliente, it's a shaker, gives you a little bit of kick. Now it ain't quite like the gumbo back home, but it's got at least something going on for it.
We's gonna just walk in all them other animal right there. We're gonna make this up real good.
And you guys settle in, and at this point, Sheriff Crusher Craig gets poured out for y'all. Shots of whiskey, and he leaves the bottle on the table for y'all. So, in essence, the whiskey bottle holds within it, if I get this correct, 15, it holds 20 shots, and each shot is 5 moxie. So, as you guys sit here, you can drink to your heart's content as you see that he is walking around, and some people seem to already know a little bit about y'all. And sitting down next to you, pulling real close up to trying to find out which of you is the EW.
Most approachable.
Pulling up to EW, probably the most approachable right now.
I do have a high charm, actually.
Hey, I heard you guys were gonna be the people that was hired by the town, and you's the big brave boys what's done's gonna drive away all of the boys this summer. Is that gonna be the situation here today?
That's right. I've been having me and my friends here to run out them boys of summer of yours.
Oh, I would surely like that. My name's Joe. I run the stables in town here, and if any of you guys would like yourselves a nice discount on a horse or a conveyance of any sort, well, you boys just come on down.
Well,
You're gonna be
Joe,
doing-
I do have a covered wagon I could use a horse for, so I might be stopping by.
Well, we can outfit you right up, and if we don't got what you need, well, then I'll see what I can do within a time frame.
Thank you, Joe. You know Yee Haw. We're new in town. You got a local doc? A few of us have a few maladies we could look into.
Oh, yes, we do have a doctor. His name is Mordecai. He's on the end of the street. He is a barber, and he is a fine gentleman. He runs a nice bathhouse, and there's not a man done walked out of Mordecai's not feeling relaxed and full of himself, just right in his spirits.
That's a good. It's a good advertisement, Mordecai. Remember that. I'll have to repeat it for a few friends of mine.
It's called Mordecai's Man House, is what he calls it. Now, it's a strange name, but I'm not
Man
one.
house, you say?
A certain
Well,
alliteration to it. I can
Somewhat
appreciate.
misleading because women's go in there and get haircuts and teeth pulled and what's nots. He does service the whole town.
Professional then. Well, thank you, Joe.
Oh, most people around here call me Mulefoot, but you can call me whatever you want to call me now, because
well.
y'all are here to do what you can. These crooked boys this summer, I tell you, I wish they would just leave, but they don't look back. They never look back.
Well, we're gonna keep walking forward with you, Joe. Here, have a shot
Oh,
on me.
oh, no, I couldn't do that. That just would be taking
gonna-
advantage.
Gonna turn down my offer?
No, of course not. And then he shoots it.
Thank you, Joe.
Man, the drinks around.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take one.
Pass it straight. There's the bottle. Well, you could use it. Here,
Damn right.
hold right. No, just hold your hand out right there. Yeah, right. No, you got it now.
Splash her back.
I think that might have been his scrotum hand. He might put it in the other hand. I don't know if you want to drink without it.
Nah, the other one's rubbish. I ain't doing nothing from here on out.
Yeah.
It just hangs about.
There's Mordecai who can look into that for you.
Hey,
Man's some character.
this right
Yeah.
here almost feels like it could have been the end of an episode of Home Improvement. So I want to use my skill lessons learned. Because at the end of every episode of Home Improvement, there's the end of the show where they'll talk about what lessons they learned from somebody that maybe acted without a plan or did something foul and
Went and flew off the handle or
flew off the handle.
acted the fool. Yeah.
Right.
You just have to have a conversation with your neighbor who doesn't quite look all the way over the fence first.
I had enough. And you
Well,
see
shit.
a chair get smashed halfway across the bar. As you see a bunch
shit.
of cards go flying,
Oh, Gecko.
and somebody done
Thank you.
had enough of something. And then they say, we can solve our own problems. And they're like, hey now, Beefy. Okay. Ginkgo,
Beefy.
please describe, is there anything more you want done with this drunk mountain of muscle? Is there anything specific you want done that I would love to honor? We can give it a name.
He's not
something
Slim Jim. We know
does.
that. Could be anything.
Whatever you want, we will follow your lead with
Whatever it's
your
gonna be.
generous donation.
Beefy works.
All right.
Beefy.
Let's see.
Beefy.
So is that like Macho Man Slim Jim Beefy?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Beefy just
Step into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah, brother.
Let's see here. Get the rest of this nonsense all situated. So and then you see now, Beefy, that's enough. He's like, it's Beef Supreme Brannigan, say it right. And then he smacks the guy across the table. Table smashes, and guy goes through another table. I've had it. We're over here scraping together every last dollar we got, so a bunch of no good dirt sucking banditos comes in here, freezes up from a bunch of boys of summer. If we just paid, we could be boys of summer. It costs us nothing. Y'all are costing me an arm and a leg, and I don't pay no taxes, no know-how. Come here! And he comes over there and he takes a swing at, let's see here, who am I going to hit first? Let's see.
This is
1,
gonna
2,
be
3,
great.
1. He's going to hit not Lafayette, he's going to hit Damascus. So Damascus, you're sitting there. What's Damascus? What is the lesson for the day?
Well, the lesson for the day was going to be talking about the importance of good stretching before a fight.
A fist goes over your head, and as you're like before a fight, and then you sidestep as the next one comes smashing down and knocks your whiskey clean off the table,
I thought the lesson of the
including
day was going to be clearly about wearing
pod.
an athletic cup when you go into Sophisticuff.
Beef Supreme Brannigan has knocked your half-filled bottle of whiskey onto the floor, destroying it in the process.
You son of a bitch.
I'll show you who the bitch of a son's is. And then let me get some more gentlemen here that get pulled into the fight as well, because this has become a bar brawl.
Oh, man.
This should really be a bar brawl and not like a bar murder.
Burbler.
Murder. Yeah.
Murder.
Shouldn't be a
Ginkgo
murder.
is sad baby thump crying for the alcohol abuse that's going on in this bar right now.
It's real sad. It is a ballroom blitz up in here. That is
Did you
correct,
know
zombie decoy.
that I had an entire hand of combat based around the lyrics to Ballroom Blitz, and then my players went completely around it, and I did not get to use it.
Oh,
That was very sad.
that is really sad.
Was there a
There
man
was-
in the back and he was looking
There
for
was, and
attack?
he was going to yell attack, but then they snuck in through the kitchen, and they did not find that man. So it didn't matter.
That's the way.
And I had the names of everybody from the song from that band as NPCs out there in the room, and it did not matter. They went right around the whole damn thing.
Classic.
You
Okay.
can find an encounter in episode 1.
Let's see here. Now these boys will be different. They won't be tough sons of bitches. So there's Chalupa Chad. Chalupa, yeah. It's called him Chalupa Lad. He's Chalupa Luke.
Chalupa Luke.
That's Chalupa Luke. And this here is that's Nachos Beltoni.
Just acting a goddamn.
Are these all the Taco Bell boys?
Oh,
Well, this is Beef Supreme's posse. These are his boys.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Decoy, I'll give that to you. I was gonna go with
Yes, you're
7-layered Smitty, but we're gonna call him
Gortito Corden.
He's the little guy with these cinnamon sticks.
Oh.
Grego Gordito.
yeah, look at that guy. He really feels them out.
hmm
It looks a little lopsided.
All right. And at this point, the fight has begun. So let's see. Let's roll new initiatives.
It's a D10 plus our
Your
quick draw modifier, right?
which is
Yeah.
the 10th place of your quick draw.
Well, that's not amazing. That's a 6.
That's a 5
D10
for me.
plus the quick
It's a
draw
9.
modifier roll. I
So,
got a 9er.
Max, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
6. And I heard Damascus got a 9er. Lafayette, what'd you done did?
I dozed in myself a 5.
A 5er. And then I was gonna do. And what do I got? I got too much stuff written down. The tens place of your quick draw, y'all. You got
That's a 10's place.
Yeah,
That's
it
correct.
is, in fact,
Uh,
the
Yep.
modifier.
Beef
Why factual?
Supreme. He's got himself a hell of a. Damascus, you're up first.
He just knocked the whiskey out of my hand.
He tried to punch you clean in the head.
Mhm.
And when you sidestepped, he tried to punch again. He missed both times, but he did manage to knock your whiskey and shot and bottle off the bar onto the floor where they have shattered, along with your dreams of having more whiskey.
I stand up real quick like, and I pull out my Indian scalped hatchet that I stole from the indigenous peoples,
Let's go ahead and quickly.
and I have the skill. I will cut you like a hardwood splinter. And I swing it and stop right at his neck. And I said, I will throw fists if you want, but no man knocks whiskey out of my hands.
All right. That was beautiful. Go ahead
Very
and
nice.
take a plus 10% and give me a charm
Charm.
or brawn, whichever you'd prefer to do.
It's the same number.
Great. to intimidate Beef Supreme.
Come here, beef stew.
And
Oh, wait,
if
this
you
is
succeed, Beef Supreme, because he's done been purchased, has got advantage to not be scared or something like that. So, that's the whole thing.
So I rolled 2d10, right?
You roll 2d10,
And I'm gonna
then you
get-
got to roll under your charm.
Right. Yeah.
But your charm is get a plus 10.
Right. Okay. Rolling, and I rolled a 25.
25. So here's
My
the
charm's a 55.
thing. Here's the
Nice.
thing. So because you made it a 25, in order for me to not be intimidated by you, because I don't want to be, I got to roll under a 25 because
Okay.
that's what you just said. And I'm going to take advantage because I've been summoned by the chat, and every chat is a son of a bitch. And I got a 13.
Ooh.
This is a game about rolling low. Levi is going to reign supreme.
Yeah.
So
He is the low rolling man.
had I not given myself advantage, I would have lost. He grits his teeth at you, and for a brief second, there's a tension in the air, like this is about to. You're not really sure which way it's gonna go. Ooh. It does look like he still feels pretty froggy, so I'll give you 2 more action points.
Okay. I don't want to murder anybody. So I'll turn the axe bass backwards, smash him over the head with the blunt side.
Nice.
Is that a brawn?
That'll be a brawn. Yes, it will.
46 is my brawn.
Then you hit.
Oh, well, not including the
Roll-
modifier. So I guess if I get the modifier right, or does that modifier
Roll
even
your
do anything?
damage.
I don't have the damage on the blunt side of a hatchet,
I would treat it
like
as
a hammer. You have a hammer?
yeah.
D6
Let's
like brass knuckles.
It's probably
yeah, let's
is a
go with the
D4.
D6. I like a D6. Brass knuckles D6 seems like a nice base for a smaller blunt thing.
And then do you add your modifier to that for
You
brawn?
would,
That's a good question. I have no idea.
in normal Zweihander hand rule, you would for a normal combat, you would use your brawn abilities as the modifier to add to that damage.
Okay.
But I don't know in Pistolero if that is still true.
Like I understand for range, you're
I
not
don't
going to
know
add
if
to
it
it,
is
but if it's like strength,
true.
basically.
Yeah, let's
Right.
do that. I should have been doing that, and I like it better anyway.
Typically, you do add your brawn bonus to a
So the
fisticular.
tens place of the,
tens
brawn.
place, yes. So if it's a 41, be a foe.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so he takes 9.
You knock him backwards. Pow! And now you seem to have definitely gotten his attention in a way that maybe
my other
he
action-
won't.
That's with my right hand. Thunk. I'm going to follow that up with a left cross. Whoa!
Whoa! Well,
Right
then give
across
him
his
that.
jaw.
Bam!
And I miss.
Well, okay.
Whoosh, wait a minute.
AW,
Wait, I can spin Moxie, right? What the hell's Moxie
you
do?
certainly can.
For 5,
Let-
you get advantage.
But you think you can give yourself advantage.
Let me look at that Moxie, because now we have a resource that we are all somewhat
And-
unfamiliar with.
And do not forget that if you have the skill of
There.
fighting,
You can spend 10 to get an AP back.
yeah, if you need extra AP. But if you have the skill, remember to add 10 to your primary attribute if you are using the skill of fighting.
I don't have skills other than ones I made up.
Well, if you have one that's
Okay.
fighting applicable, it'll give you a plus 10.
Right.
I have swing and a hammer.
To
There
the
you go.
roll.
There you
There
go.
you
Roll
go.
to hit.
So that adds an additional 10 to your target value.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So that would have been
For having
equivalent
one
of a
rank.
79, right?
Right.
That's
yes.
a 79. Okay.
Wow. Good at swinging that hammer.
Yeah.
And then if you purchase additional skills in that, it goes up by 10 more, up to 30.
So
total.
this does the tens digit of the skill also
Sarah, you and
affect
my wife.
the damage or just the hit?
No. That's just your ability to hit. The
That's
damage is
what I
always
thought.
off the raw ability.
Yeah, okay.
Got quit
Moxie.
against my will into a man bun yesterday.
10 Moxie gives you an AP, one of them.
Okay.
20 Moxie gives you 10 stamina.
and 10 Moxie can make you move 15 feet faster. And then all your Moxie comes back if you sleep. It's
Okay.
the only thing that comes back if you sleep.
Half your stamina
So-
does too, I think.
So you
Half your stamina comes back when you sleep.
You can't
So-
change a roll with Moxie. So you can't
No.
That's
Okay.
luck.
But
that's only luck.
oh yeah, 5 luck lets you do advantage though, right?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Luck
Or-
is the one that's like a permanent stat though. Once it's gone.
Yes,
it's gone.
luck. Once it's gone, it's gone. However, we don't know how long y'all are
Right.
going to live.
No, I like that.
so-
I like that. I'm gonna burn 5 luck. To
Well,
get
you
advantage
also
on that
depending on
roll.
how far away you were from the success, you can
30.
also burn the. Oh, that would be 30 like that. No, do the advantage.
Yeah, the 1-for-1 isn't like DCC because you're probably not that close to your success
Yeah.
if you're off
Yeah.
on this.
Like
one.
when you're within single digits.
Though what's interesting is that if you like, I rolled a 21 earlier. If I
That's
had
a
spit
75.
one, if I had spit 1 luck, I could have made a 22 and it would have became a crit because
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true
yeah,
a
yeah,
crit.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
could have
Nice.
spent 1 for a crit. So
Nice.
keep that in mind.
That looks to me like it was a miss.
It was a miss. So screw it. I'm gonna spend Moxie to get another action point.
Ooh.
Oh,
thank you
Malice,
for the
thank you
sub.
kindly, Malice. Hey,
Much
Air
appreciated.
Laser. It's the mod of the modern era, everybody.
Good to see you. Good to
He's
see
here.
you.
Howdy.
That
All right,
makes them- both of my mods been represented.
Are you done with your turn yet,
No,
Damascus?
I just said I want to spend Moxie to get another action point because I'm
Well,
swinging
then
again.
spend your Moxie. Okay,
did.
let's hit.
I did. I'm
Let's
gonna
hit
hit
the
the son of a
son of a
bitch. Stupid son of a bitch. Stupid dice roller doing stupid 20.
Oh.
That's a 12.
Ooh.
That
Or
is
a 20.
a
A 20. It's a 20.
that's a
Sorry.
20.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good hit then.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
What? Oh, I'm
A
confused.
sound strike upon Beef Supreme Brannigan.
Is that the damage?
No, it's percentile. So it's
No,
2,
it's how
it's 20, and then the
you're
other one's 0.
rolling D100.
No,
And
huh?
He rolled.
Clint
D10,
has
not-
taken to rolling 2d10s.
Just
So-
taking first is the 10s, and the second is the 1.
Yeah, he's just doing it a different way. That's all.
I see what you're doing.
If you
okay.
prefer, I'd do a D100s if you want.
No, it just
Same
confused
thing.
me at first. But I see
I
what
don't
you're
care
doing. That
none.
makes sense.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. So I did 7 damage on that second one.
Nice.
That is an interesting way of doing that. I had not thought of that.
Blam, blam, boom, boom. Solid hits on him. Beef Supreme puts up his dukes. He's like, all right then. EW, it's your turn.
All right. Well, seems particularly applicable right now. I'm gonna be size up Beef Supreme, and I'm gonna use my fighting skill. Did you just motherfuck me? And I'm gonna grab that chair I was sitting in and slam it across his back.
Oh,
When he hits him with the chair, I yell, "Not the stool! Not the stool!" That was a fine piece of furniture.
Yes, Malice, that is correct. They all come from Taco Bell.
And I rolled a 17. So that is quite the success.
All right, that's a great hit. Now, are you going for Beef Supreme
Yes, I
or one of his
am.
boys? All right.
No, Beef knocked over that whiskey, and that will not stand.
Yeah, I understand. Now, because you're swinging a full bar stool, I'm going to call that a D8 instead of a
All right.
D6 because that seems
Oh.
kind of, at least a little bit better.
Do a D8, and I'm going to add my brawn, which is a +3. So it'll be a 9.
Well, hold on now. Oh, it's marking that you have rolled a. What? Why
I
did it
rolled
put?
a 6 on a D8.
Why did it put a weird little thing around your 6? I don't.
That's just the
follow.
dice.
That's
Oh,
That
it's
shows the
because you're
die.
green. I'm dumb.
Oh, yes, that's
giving
my-
you
my
color
color.
coded. All right, there.
Mhm.
All right, so
Green is my color.
well, blam! You break it across his back, smash. You feel a crunch. He folds in with it. He's like, oh yeah. Just like I thought. It's
And I'm gonna
still
use-
your turn.
My second AP to take one of those leftover chest sticks and crack him over the head with it again.
All right, go ahead now.
Because he motherfucked me. The 32, that is a success. And I imagine it's only like a D6 with that. So,
No, go ahead and keep your D8. Why not?
Same, Malice. Same.
well, thank you. Oh, but that's only a 4.
Okay. That one, he seems to take it, and he's like, bunch of city pansies.
And I'll
And then-
sit on my last AP.
He backs up a little before he takes a step. He goes back foot, pop, pop, and he's going straight for, I don't know. He directs his boys in. Chalupa Luke comes swinging at you, AEW, and he's gonna get in. Let me see here. I got to get all my colors ready. Mhm. And Levi looking for his dice is brought to you by Grumpy Jim's cigarettes. Grumpy Jim's second place is the first loser. All right. And
That
this would
is
be
a-
Gordita's Griggs. All right. So
Come on, Chalupa, you sloppy looking fucker.
Chalupa takes a swing. All right.
It is legit from the Taco Bell menu, Malice. When they were
Oh, it's so
purchased by
good.
chat, that's what we got.
28. He's a hit with just a fisticuff, which ain't much. So
All right, I'm gonna.
let's see. That's 6 points of brawn damage.
I'm gonna
Bang.
use my 1 AP left over to take the dodge action.
Ooh-wee.
Nice.
So you got to beat a. What did I even get?
Jill, you just said like a 26, I think.
26. Yes.
That's pretty good. Nope, that's a 52. But I'm gonna spend 15 moxie to use my dodger feat and change the 10s and 2s value of my 52 to make it a 25.
Whoa! Somebody's learned Ballad of Pistolero.
That's
You
what
know,
that's what they
it's
call
me.
flip to succeed.
So that's 15 moxie. Spend
So his fist goes wide, and Chalupa Luke, as his fist goes past you, you dodge it. You
That
get
was
the
good
faint.
whiskey.
You get the faint smell of a crispy corn taco. All right. So
We're gonna lose the
let's see.
viewers. They're all gonna leave for Taco Bell. So cut it out.
We're not even sponsored.
I mean,
if
that
you
is
could
what
be
Cam and I
so
would do.
kind, if you leave to go to Taco Bell, just leave yourself right here on view, and we will
Like-
we will raise you to somebody when we are done.
Nachos Bell Tony comes swinging in at Damascus.
Fourth meal.
I got a clean 20. Oh, I'm rolling like
Oh,
fire.
God, I have a
And
leftover
he's
burrito in
swinging
my
a
fridge.
chair.
Not the
He's-
furniture.
The chair.
He's swinging a stool.
Oh, them
You
fine
know,
words.
I think this tavern's gonna have a need for some carpentry.
4 points of damage. Well, bam, right across your back.
Oh.
Now, keep in mind, gentlemen, as long as you have stamina, it comes off your stamina, not your hit points.
None of us should have stamina, right? I guess.
Well, I do because I have the
I-
Die Hard feat.
I
It
spent
comes
what
back
to
really quick for me.
Only take Die Hard is amazing.
And finally, let's see. Oh no, I haven't even gone with Beef Supreme yet. He's coming. And Grego Gordito, he is gonna decide to beat up the blind guy because why not? And he misses. He misses
damn
the
right he
blind
does.
man.
This is the blind man.
The
Yeah.
blind man
Misses
sitting in
a
a chair.
blind man. Now, Beef Supreme is going to decide that he doesn't like none of EW's lip and EW's fancy demeanor. He's going to take 2 shots with his fisticuffs. Oh, I crit. I rolled 100 crit. Zero.
That's a crit fail.
That's a
Hero.
crit
Crit
fail.
fail in this
That's
system.
the worst roll possible.
What?
A natural
Yeah.
one is a automatic success because you roll low. A
Yeah,
double
man, it's
zero is a
the
crit fail.
That's
This
a
is
critical
like-
fail. Yeah, I think it is.
Roll high is bad. Yeah, it's considered a crit fail. Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
You did
Oh,
crit.
everybody, I rolled my number.
Triple zeros.
All right,
Uh,
so a critical fail. Well,
Yeah.
shit, fire. How often am I going to roll 100 in this game? Like never, unless it's me. So we'll just make this fun. EW, since I'm coming straight for you, how about you roll a 1d10?
Can do. 4.
I'm glad he clarified his role because we
Four.
were through.
Okay, as Beef Supreme goes swinging at UEW, he managed to dodge out of the way, and he managed to throw himself clean up against the bar, and he jams broken bottle glass into his chest, which is now piercing somewhere in a lower organ on his open chest. It's just bleeding like a stuck pig. And he's like, son of a bitch. And he reaches back and he elbows you in the face. And I got a 25 on that one, so I managed to connect at least on that one. So he got a whopping, let's see here, that is a whopping 6 damage. However, he lost a clean 2 hits to that because he is now bleeding profusely from broken glass stuck in his stomach. And now it's Max Manley's turn.
Well, it's real important to know who said somebody was a city boy.
It does seem that Beef Supreme called you guys fancy pants city slickers.
Yep. So I spend my first AP to take my shot.
Roll at disadvantage, you blind son of a bitch.
Drink a shot?
Mouth?
Oh, he's just drinking.
Seriously?
Oh, to take your shot. I thought you meant take your shot.
No.
I thought you pulled iron.
No, hell no.
Okay. Yeah, you take your shot, you get 5 moxie. Woohoo.
Nice. And then I'll stand up out of my chair. I'll take aim in the general direction of where I heard City Slicker.
You heard it somewhere behind EW, who just said, "Are you trying to motherfuck me?" Which you heard clear as a bell, because something about that phrase just sat right. Just right in the gut. That sat so nice. It sat like Aunt Ethel's biscuits and gravy. You're like, I might add that to my verbal repertoire.
So as I stand up and turn my empty eye sockets in his direction,
they bleed like the ominous, empty, vacuous death that waits for us all.
you spilled my whiskey. Prepare to face off against the grim castrator. And I'm going to use my I ain't no city boy skill
Okay.
to wrestle this varmint to the ground.
Okay. Make a brawn roll at disadvantage. Oh, did he crit fail? Did you crit fail? What'd you do?
Oh, that's 100.
That's a crit fail.
That is a real crit fail. Roll a D100, or no, roll a D10.
7.
A 7. I think you done rolled that before. Your other arm is gimpy forever with a splintered elbow.
You got another
take
splintered
5
elbow.
damage. So you manage to reach out for him, and as you do, he manages to pull up a bar stool, and you shatter your elbow overreaching on the bar stool, and you bleed out 5 damage.
He's like the Black Knight from Monty Python.
No, that's what's going to be so great. He's going to Black Knight this, and he's going to be the most gimped up, broken one of you, and he will survive
Yes, I hope
throughout
so.
the whole campaign. It'll be
He'll be
Max
the Duke
Manley.
of this
He'll be the
campaign.
Duke. Yeah, he'll be just like walking through. He's like, I'm blind and I'm gimped, but you can't kill me.
You may have an iron jaw, boy, but you ain't got iron balls. And I'm going to kick him in the nuts.
Okay, kick him in the
Rather
nuts.
heavy.
Don't lose a leg while you're at it.
God, I hope it happens.
He'll get mule-footed next.
I don't know, Malice. What do you call a no-arm, no-eyed, no-legged cowboy?
Well, I got a 29 on that one, so I
Well, that
believe I
sounds
did
like
hit.
it probably connects.
Actually, wait, I get disadvantage on this, right?
Max Manley.
40 hits. Okay, 40 hits. Okay. I'll give him a good, quick, swift kick in the tizzies. What are we thinking for damage on the tizzy kick?
I would call that a D6.
All right.
A D4 for a punch, D6 for a kick.
So we add our brawn, and that is 8 damage to the scrotum.
By breaking your elbows, you just increased your damage.
Just 2 limp, hanging arms.
You can no
they're just
longer
like-
go for the
Eyes got
inferior
shot out
D4
by bullets
punch.
earlier.
Just sitting at the bar drinking a beer after his eyes were shot clean out. You know, he's Max
Sitting there.
Manley.
Damn it, that was my drinking arm.
Damn.
Lafayette, it is your turn.
Lafayette was back in the kitchen. He was working on him some gumbo and some crawdads. So he
You
gonna
hear
come out. He
quite
gonna
a
come
rush.
out with his gumbo and his crawdads, and he would like to use his charm plus bargain skill of you ain't you when you hungry. And so all these boys,
Just
they
like the
are hungry.
Snickers bar
and
commercial, they're all going to turn into like.
I'm gonna give them all some of their scorpion crawdads I just worked up, and I'm gonna make them all of a sudden be nice, peaceful cowboys once again.
All
By giving them some
right,
food and some
all right.
gumbo.
All right, now here's the deal. Since are you if you're targeting all of them,
Wait,
I'm gonna give,
start with the head one because if he calmed down, they all gonna calm down.
Okay, okay.
I'm going,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna give
so-
him one of these nicely prepared scorpions that may or may not have stung Max Manley in his legs early on.
That's
true.
May or may not have stuck back in his legs.
And so I don't know what the difficulty is right now, but
Well, I'm gonna make it a straight up a charm roll.
just
you
a
know?
standard, okay.
Yeah, standard charm roll.
I didn't know it was evens up if we had outnumbered or anything like that. But if that's
No,
the case,
it's an even fight. It's 4 and 4.
well, okay then. Let's just roll, see what we get. Oh, I'm going to spend some luck for a re-roll on that.
All right, all right. That's pretty bad.
Because that's pretty up there. Yeah, we got to
Pretty
remove this
bad.
one. Oh, now that is a
Ooh.
success.
Oh, that's much better.
That is a success. It would require me to spend. I could spend. It's luck to adjust the roll, right? Also, yeah. No, we'll just go with the success at this point.
All right. So Max Manley, not Max Manley, Beef Supreme, he's getting ready to, he just lifted it up and got shattered Max Manley's wrist and got kicked in the balls, but he's like, oh,
Hey,
well, that does smell real good.
As he's bleeding out from the whiskey bottle cut. In his gut.
he did. Lafayette just take one of them and their scorpion by their tails, and I just stick it right up there in his mouth, like a bird feeding a baby bird, and I just give it to him.
Tell you what, how about you and I do a straight, you do a straight roll off, but I'll give you advantage.
Okay, just a straight D100 roll, just to.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what
you
you're
can
doing?
roll
Okay.
it twice and I'll roll it.
All right, 6-1 and an 80.
All right. All right. He's like, he's looking at you guys to see if you're going to keep swinging at him. And he leans in. Well, damn. He turns over. He's like, now, boys, that's some spice. And they all go, spice. And then they all sit down to have some gumbo.
Now, I didn't has no duck the way my mama make it in the recipe, but I found myself a possum in the back, and I think it's gonna do just fine. And I start pouring them out some gumbo.
You boys are okay. Me and the spicy boys over here, we like ourselves some spice. Ain't that right, boys? And then Grego Gordito's like, Grego Gordito like the spice. And that's where we're going to wrap for the evening.
Nice. Amazing.
So dumb.
I look over
This
at
is-
Max and I
Yeah.
said, see, it's important to stretch before you fight.
For solving the solution with spice.
Thank
Ginkgo,
you.
I'm going to
Thank you,
assume
Ginkgo.
that is a loot. Is that what that is?
Oh, I get paid for my
Dude, for
gumbo.
Lafayette. All right,
Hell
let's
yeah.
see what
Excellent.
you get, Lafayette. You got
bonnet.
yourself a bonnet.
I got some bonnet. Well, we're gonna write that down because you know I'm gonna find a way to use this bonnet before we're done.
You got yourself a pretty bonnet. Hey, Ginkgo, what color or print is that bonnet?
Oh, important stuff.
And is there a bee in it?
Oh, there could be.
Now, is it the bees make the honey? I'll make a honey pot.
It's
We'll
still the
mix it right up
same
there.
horrible loot table.
Still the
it's
same.
it's pink leopard print.
Pink leopard.
I'll have you know, Malice, it is a brand new horrible loot table that I personally wrote.
Oh,
It's got
we know how much.
some real winners on there.
Yeah.
Stuffed Cajun meat market for some boudin or Chewies for Tex-Mex.
Mm,
Nice.
and I do feel like some Tex-Mex.
Whew. Well, thank y'all
Oh,
for
shit.
coming by to Yee Haw tonight. Join us in 2 weeks on Thursdays now. Yee Haw is going to be, our schedule is nice and confusing. We offered to move things to Thursdays because of a request for Cam, who ain't even here. And so every 2 weeks from every time we do Yee Haw, it'll be on a Thursday. So now we've got these weird off Wednesday, off Thursday nights that are empty.
Wait, 1 week it'll be Wednesday with our kindred, and the next week
Yeah.
it'll be Thursday with Yee Haw.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Don't worry, he's in some stupid site bidding some asshole. So,
good shit.
that's it for tonight, everybody. Tomorrow we're off.